Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2021 Seviren Lane Memorial. This is our final round coverage. Looking forward to an exciting conclusion to this event. My name is Ethan Jones, joining you as always with Eric Lomax.
Hey everybody.
Well, what do you think? We've got tied at the top. Going into this this next hole here, hole 15. Just about 250, pretty much dead straight. As far as what you might consider a must-get on the course.
Definitely. It's kind of the calm before the storm because they're about to hit hole 16, so they want to just get their birdies and have a little buffer going into, I'd say, the toughest hole on the course.
Right. 16, of course, being the par 5 with a lot of twists and turns and danger.
These people, just whatever they can throw straight, and you just pick it, and it's got a very forgiving green.
Right. Definitely ace runnable.
It was a good shot by Cyrus.
Pick your favorite disc and throw it. Unless your favorite disc is a Champion 8.
Oh, good skip. And he'll have a putt there.
Yeah. Low's okay. It's definitely a strategy. I think I intentionally go low here sometimes just to try to play that skip. It's so the grass is so short on top of the hill.
And as you can see, that's a good shot. You can make a pretty big mistake to the left and be okay. You just don't want to be right.
Yeah, right is death. That is one aspect of this hole. Like, it's a must-get birdie, but at the same time, it's bogey at best if you kick early right. Fortunately, none of these players did that today. It's a little outside the circle action. 35 feet. This is a big putt for Trevon.
It's a hair low.
Hair low. He was flat with the basket, but his feet were pointed up with the hill. Definitely affected that. Brad is about 28. Going down the hill, easy money.
Nice putt.
Good to see him get that. About 20. Cyrus. Zach will clean up as well. So we'll have a 75% birdie rate for this card. And I think that anyone who is in contention today, that's going to be pretty much the story for them.
That was easy. 3 out of 4. What you'd expect.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 and 1 putt just low. So everyone had a chance there. Trevon is going to fall one back of the card as far as that hole goes, but going into 16, anything can happen.
Definitely. 16 is a bruiser of a par 5. If you want a safe play, you just land about right here to give yourself a righty hyzer to the next landing zone. If you want to get aggressive, you can do a big turnover, a forehand off the tee. A great second shot will leave you about right here, and then you've got an uphill tunnel shot where if you get kicked left or right, there is just a lot of trouble. And as you can see, even the drone flight had to stop early because it is a tight gap up there. And I'm assuming they probably had to wait for at least 2 cards. There's usually a big backup on this hole.
Yeah, it can definitely affect you, take away some momentum. So Cyrus plays a reasonable shot there. It was a little bit low, didn't get much skip, so he's actually going to have to shape his next shot.
Yeah.
A little bit of a flex. Zach is going for the big forehand play.
Oh, and he nails it. That is an amazing shot. He'll have some options to bite off a lot on this next shot.
Yeah, you have that ability, you can do well enough to either get a big advantage or get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So we'll see which one it is. That's textbook. That's perfect, safe hyzer play from Brad. And that's all you need to do in this hole. Off of the tee. Trevon going for that overstable putter that he was throwing earlier. It appears it's a little slow.
Yeah, that's short and a little off, so he's going to have a tricky shot here.
A big shot can get him back in business.
He's got the power that he can just go over these trees.
That flexes could be good. What he doesn't want is to be early left, which is what this is appearing to do.
That might be pitch out territory. It is extremely thick on the left side.
We'll see. He might be able to get into the mouth of the tunnel from there and get into reasonable shape for a par.
That is a great shot by Cyrus.
Yeah. That's really well done. He'll have a turnover shot going up through the tunnel. Not easy by any means, though.
And here's the look you really want off your first shot. Just a nice hyzer.
Oh, yeah. This is a position that any player can get into. He didn't quite push that hyzer enough. He's going to wind up in the short corner, though. Zach is in a realm of his own.
And I like this play too. A nice flex. It'll have him flatten out towards the basket.
Yeah, he's thinking about getting up into that tunnel.
Hmm.
Going to come out a little low, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So he's going to be in scramble territory. That definitely brings bogey into play. Like, you don't want to say that, but I mean, once you get over there.
Yeah, he maybe has, 200 left?
Yeah, but
a lot in his way.
3 times that many trees.
Yeah.
Brad advances up there. He's going to be in okay position, I think, to salvage a par. Cyrus is the best chance. Try to claim a birdie, and that's really well done.
Yeah. Can't tell. I think he might be just outside, but just to have a putt is doing great work on us all.
Yeah, probably around 35, I would guess. Yeah, pitch out. It's as good as he could do. Here's Zach. He's looking for that Barsby line. Just pitching out. So this is where, when I was talking about bogey coming into play, like pitching out into the tunnel puts you in a good position. It's still a tight tunnel. It's 150 feet to cover. And one kick that gives you a bad putt, anything can happen. So execution is still going to be critical.
Yep. Trevon made it look pretty easy.
Yeah, he did exactly what Zach is looking to do. Just needs to keep this tight. All right, he's going to be able to have about a 20-footer. Brad getting creative. Should have a putt. Oh, he's closer than 35. For birdie. Got it.
Great. He's probably picking up 2 strokes on most of the field, if not more.
Yeah, this whole average is close to a whole stroke over par. I think a 5.8, somewhere on there. So he's picking up a lot on the field, and he's picking up, more importantly, stroke on these leaders.
That's good. No bogeys.
Hey,
That's nice for the lead card.
that's all you can ask for. Going in a hole 17. This is another dangerous hole. Pretty difficult to get the 2. Any kicks down in this area will leave you in scramble mode, especially on that left side. It's a downhill shot with a low ceiling, but you still need to throw a good amount of speed in order to rest that last little ridge to get close to the basket. Most people are going to want to throw drivers just for that reason. Cyrus throws, and you can see not quite low enough. If that had been a little lower, I think it would have been parked.
Yeah. This is a nice play. You're not going to be able to park it with a forehand, but you can get out in the open and get some sort of putt.
Yeah, you can get the circle's edge with a good one. And that looks like what he did there. Maybe about 40 feet. Looks like a Zeus. I think Brad's played here before.
Yeah. That was a wonderful shot.
Textbook exactly what to do. Trevon also going for the forehand play.
A little low up the hand. And it should be a pretty standard hyzer, but there's enough danger out there to make you think about this shot.
Yeah, you can kind of see how much that ridge affects that shot. You hit into that end of the grass, you're not going to skip very close. So he's got some meat on the bone for that par putt. Cyrus punched through enough. He's pretty fortunate. He'll be able to make a bid on the basket. That was well done.
Yeah, that was a nice little run.
Okay. Circle 2 putt from Zach. This would be a very big birdie coming down the stretch. And he got it.
Nails it. Been a few perfect putts from him in a row. That's...
He's really starting to get into a groove. Yeah, I think for Trevon off the tee there, he was going that safer play, but maybe feeling more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he would do that over if he had the choice to make again. But he does what his game plan kind of gave him. He got the 3. You want to have that outside look at the 2 like Zach had, but when you throw forehand, a lot of times 3 is going to be the answer. I think Brad's going to pick up the easiest birdie in the world. And Cyrus cleaning up the 3. Not trusting the baskets.
Yeah. They almost had that spit out on hole 1 with a perfect putt, so it makes sense. And here we are on hole 18. Nice par 4. You kind of get to play both spins. If you're a right-handed player, just throw a big hyzer. You want to at least land here. If you can get into the mouth a little bit, that'd be ideal. And then chip in a forehand shot or a putter turnover. It feels pretty straightforward, but it can get away from you quickly.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're thinking that you have a really good chance to get the birdie, and you do. But it takes a couple of good shots. It can, and that qualifies as a good shot.
Yeah.
He got through some stuff at the end, I think, but he'll have a pretty straightforward approach. But if you leave your angle off a little bit on the tee shot, this road skip, he's in bounds.
Yeah. And he probably has a look at the fairway, but from throwing it so wide, it's going to be a pretty big shot.
Yeah, it's just further away, and it requires more precision, which is where you can kind of throw your birdie away. This is a more the moderate play right there from Cyrus. That's basically in the middle of the safe landing zone. Not aggressive, not flirting with the OB. Trevon doing a very similar thing. Getting some road skip. He got the road skip and Brad didn't, and you can see the difference in the result. Brad's got a great forehand, very consistent. Definitely in his wheelhouse. Wow. Yep. Looking really good.
Wow. Perfect angle, perfect height.
Yeah, I think if you had to pick one guy in the tournament to throw that shot, you probably would pick Brad. Trevon also lacing it. Not good route play, but he's inside of 20.
Yeah, close enough for the birdie.
Yeah. Cyrus sees those two good shots, following up with one that's looking pretty good himself. Yep, that'll be fine. He was a little inside, but he got past those Guardians.
Yeah. A few feet shorter, and his putt would have been very difficult.
Now this is an interesting position because he doesn't have the flat to hyzer. He's got like a full hyzer.
And executes.
Yeah, does it well.
So everyone's looking, just gotta see if they can put their putts in.
Yeah, everyone on the card is 20 feet and in, so you know something. Oh,
He is not happy about that.
he knows how important that putt is.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, you want to hit all those.
Especially with this format, you know, this is normally the finishing hole, but since they started on course hole 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all birdie holes.
Yeah.
So it puts a little pressure, a different kind of pressure than you would normally. Normally when you're finishing this course up, it's about staying clean, not making mistakes. But now it's going to be about getting the most birdies you possibly can.
Yeah.
So everyone on the card gets the birdie except for Cyrus. Is going to put him tied with Trevon, one back of Zach. Hole 1 on the course, coming down to the last few holes here. Things are getting tight. This one is all out in front of you. Throw it straight through the woods. Beat these last Guardians. Get onto the green. A lower shot that skips up is a good play. If you throw it dead straight, you're going to hit a Guardian, so it's better to favor one side or the other.
Yeah, and it seems like most people like this forehand play. Oh, hooks it a little wide. Looked like it kept moving forward for him, so hopefully he's got a shot up to.
Yeah, it seemed like his lower body wasn't quite settled on that one. Probably opened his stance up a little bit too much. Brad, you can see he keeps that timing much more contained through his shot. And he winds up right next to the basket.
Yeah, that was a wonderful shot.
Brad has strung 2 great forehands in a row, back to back. Trevon's going to look to take advantage, being down.
Just a hair overturned, wasn't able to get that edge back to get the skip up the hill.
He'll have some kind of look at it. Not fully taking advantage. Cyrus has a big opportunity with Trevon and Zach not in position. The only one to go backhand.
Exactly. That was working back.
Forces it over a little too much.
Yeah. You have to contend with a bit more trees if you do the backhand line.
That upshot was really close to that little skinny guy there.
Yeah. But he's at the basket and he'll make par.
How did Zach get this close? Did we miss an upshot, or is this his drive?
I think he kicked forward pretty well. Oh!
What?
And an amazing putt.
That's a backbreaker.
Yeah. That took a lot of touch. And that was a full straddle. That was great.
Yeah. Maybe threw a chain there. High left, though.
And he's got to hit these putts if he wants to stay in this.
Yeah, I
'Cause
mean
it's
it's
a 2-stroke lead now, 4 holes to go.
right.
He's just sad. He's just mad. He's just mad. That's some Cyrus luck.
Cyrus going to take the 3. Seems like the nerves affecting Cyrus a little bit there.
Yeah.
Not too happy with how things are going.
All right, hole 2. It's a short par 4, but it is tight. Generally, you're going to either get a straight putter shot or maybe a turnover, backhand, maybe a forehand if you want to skip past that creek at the turn, then another tight shot, pretty much another straight putter shot towards the basket. If you execute well, it's an easy birdie, but one little mistake and you're scrambling.
Yeah, as you can see, this is another hole that's got a lot of trees, a lot of small trees. Zach kicks there. That's not the worst kick in the world. It's pretty favorable. He'll have a chance to still get up and down from there. This is a really nice line.
Yeah, you want that width, but oh, just got that last tree.
Very good throw.
Yeah, that taking that side of those skinny trees is the best play to get that last skip across at the end that you really, really want. But you know, it's at the end. You're just up to the luck of where you're going to hit. Trevon's a little higher, and
Oh,
yeah, it makes it harder to get through there.
that was flipping up. I would have liked to see where it went.
Where it finished would have probably been great. Had it been clean. So now, none of these drives are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus has an opportunity to really do something on this hole.
Straight skip, but he might have a line to it. More of a hyzer instead of a straight shot now.
Heiser potentially stretch out forehand. We'll see. This is a short corner from Trevon. This is just difficult. That's all you can say about it.
And that was just planned for position. No way to attack the basket from where he was at.
This is really tight. Playing this hyzer, as you can see, it's hard all the way up to the basket. He got a really good skip.
Yep. And he went through some trees there at the end.
He got a little fortunate, got a really good skip. Now he's got a putt.
Yep. Sometimes you got to do that. Just put it on the line and
Give it a chance.
yeah.
Brad's in probably the best position of all the players. And that's, I mean, all you can say that's great.
Yeah, it looked wonderful.
So Trevon has to get up and down.
And he's got a lot he's got to shoot through here.
You kind of feel like the tournament hinges on this one. He's going to be taking a bogey. So with that, it looks like we're kind of coming down to a 2-horse race.
Yep.
Hole 4 and 5, I don't think any of these players are going to be taking bogeys.
Freaking go.
Great shot. by Cyrus.
Ow. That was a very tight one. Good job clutching up from Cyrus there. Evan just needs to put this in the basket. He knows it. It's a great line. Oh,
Great height. Just a hair overturned.
all right. So Zach's putt is going to be pretty obstructed. We'll probably see that hyzer look again.
I thought he made it a little closer than that. Oh! Huge putt again. That's
Come
back
on.
to back.
Banging it.
He is feeling the putter right now.
Wow.
And there's Brad with a really easy birdie there.
Yeah, I mean, Brad has, put together a respectable round at this point. Got the easy birdie on 17, 18, coming down through that stretch. He's really turned it on in these last 9 holes. Unfortunately,
Yeah, just that slow
started
start.
a little bit too slow to be in contention at this point. Hole 3. This is one you got a birdie. 250 feet, dead straight in front of you. One of these are great forehand players. Shapes up really well for that. Just got to get it.
Yeah, the backhand is really touchy, but all these players are gonna do just that.
A little overturned, and that's not clean. I'm going to say he doesn't make that putt
Yeah,
because I don't think there's a putt there.
yeah, that.
If there was a putt, I would put my money on him making it.
So that is a rough spot.
Oh, you didn't throw it. That's
Brad,
The opposite mistake.
yeah. I know
Okay.
I know he wants that one. This is the backhand line. Probably, I don't know if you could call it safer. With the ground getting a lot of sun here, it will skip up.
And look at that.
Wow.
Parks it. Yeah, the backhand, once you get out of this initial gap, isn't too bad, but you just have to make it out first.
Right. Trevon's probably thinking ace here. Zipping that. It's a really good shot. Just
Yeah.
not quite as much turn as he probably wanted. He's going to be 12 feet for the birdie. But at this point, being 4 back. So, kind of playing for position at this point. Brad giving that a bid.
Oh, he does have a butt.
All right, so I guess he's going to make it then. He's made everything. Looks like he got through that bush. I thought he was behind.
Yeah.
Still about 40 feet. A little bit awkward stance.
Oh.
Is the leaf.
Yeah. That was maybe an inch or two off, or he would have did it again.
If he hadn't hit the leaf out of his hand, I guarantee that's dead. Part in the middle. Trevon tapping out.
Here's Cyrus to chip away at that lead.
Come within 1 with 1 to play. 2 to play.
All right.
All right.
Come down to the wire.
So things are a little tighter than they were a minute ago.
So hole 7, you have a dual fairway, but I think most of these people are going to take where this drone's flying. It's just straight, little turnover, putter, mid-range shot, maybe a flex with a fairway or a forehand. You can go a big hyzer off to the right, but the ground plays really hard to get all the way there.
Here we see Cyrus having the box.
He takes the hyzer,
Pushes it to the backside.
and he nails it,
Marks it.
putting the pressure on.
Would you, down 1, would you rather be on top of the box? Would you rather see what you need to do?
I'd rather be on top of the box all the time, no
And
matter
just-
the situation.
And just park it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, another great shot.
So we've seen both lines. Zach has been leaning on this forehand to hit gaps the entire event. One more. That's not that bad of a shot. It's just that brush sticks out there, and you don't beat it. It's going to do what it did there.
Yeah, just a foot to the right, and that was probably parked.
Oh
Another
my gosh.
Smooth, buttery forehand.
So
Big skip, it'll give him an interesting putt.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little straighter skip on that hill just because of the way it is, but just out of his hand, there was no chance of hitting anything.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the putt?
Ooh, that could have been interesting.
Yeah, played with a lot, but he's up there for par.
That little evergreen blocks everything.
Here's Brad with the from the knee and count it.
Yeah, just laid it in there. That's a putt that has some experience behind it. Okay, Trevon trying to stack a couple of birdies here.
Great birdie.
Exactly how you want to play the hole. Par for Zach. Cyrus taps in the birdie.
That's a tie ball game.
Tied with 1 to play. Hole 5. This is the local hole. Touchy little hyzer shot. Probably about 25% power. A lot of people throw an overstable putter or mid-range. You want to throw a hyzer that is thrown the exact right distance, literally just die and fall down the tunnel.
Oh my. Oh.
And that looks pretty good. You can usually bank on the skip. Ooh, but he leaves that a little short. That was a hair wide.
A little wide, pushed the tree line a little bit too long. He's fortunate enough to get through a little bit. That could have hung up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So he will have a circle to putt at it. Downhill, very makeable. Trevon going too tight.
Ton of hyzer on that, yeah.
I thought it, well, I was trying, I had to ace it.
Again, I think he was kind of fortunate to get through to that point.
Yeah, you really wanted a little more flat to glide a hair into the gap.
Brad has definitely played here before.
Still goes a little long, but he'll have a good putt there.
Should be inside the circle. Now Zach, lefty. Big disadvantage.
I'd say so.
I'm surprised he doesn't have like a emergency lefty forehand.
Wow. And he nails it. That is a great turnover shot.
The most technical shot of the 4, and he's the closest.
Yep.
This really puts the pressure on Cyrus to make this putt. Has to make it. Zach's not going to miss a 10-footer.
Nope. Too much experience. He's been here many times before, but so has Cyrus.
Yep. The benefit of the putt that Cyrus is facing right now is the fact that it is downhill and it is protected from the wind. So as long as you put it on line, it'll glide right in. Trevon's going to give him a little read. Got it.
Boom. Didn't even have to look at that one.
No. Cool guys don't look at explosions. And Trevon's going to go collect his birdie putt.
Good way to finish. He finished really strong.
Yeah. Except for just a couple of holes there that, you know, he let the folks get a couple strokes on him. Now here, no bigger putt than this.
And he nails it.
Fist pump. He knows what that means.
So as long as Zach can hit a 10-footer, we get some bonus goal.
You know you love it. Brad plays it textbook. 7-down round from Brad. Great round, just a little bit slower starter. He could have been a part of this mix.
All right. Cyrus with 12 under.
It's pretty good.
That's huge. That is doing some work out
He
there.
left a couple putts out there too.
Yeah.
So he's driving the disc incredible right now. He's going. We're going to go back to tournament hole 1, hole 6. As we're looking at some shots here from earlier. How did we get to this point? That putt.
Yep.
Ah,
Back to back too.
That
That's
putt.
amazing.
so Zach had to make those to even be in this position, and of course, Cyrus clutching up again.
But not a putting clinic for us today.
Gives the basket a little Nathan Queen love.
All right, so we have a playoff for our men's Open Championship. Cyrus
Tournament director
Fuhrman and
Brian
Zach Arlinghaus
Xander
will play starting at hole 6, sudden death each hole.
playing the rules.
First up, Cyrus Fuhrman.
Let's go. Hot round goes first. Cyrus up on the box. Definitely an opportunity to put some pressure. Takes no time.
Oh, that's hooking up.
Out of bounds.
Wow. Not the way you want to start it.
It seemed to really move left about halfway through the flight. I think he liked it out of his hand.
It looked good right out of the hand, but maybe it hit some wind or something.
I know he didn't take a lot of time riding the momentum, but maybe it would have been a good idea just to take a breath, look at the wind a little bit. And now, like we talked about when this round started, being lefty, it's a big advantage as far as getting aggressive here.
And, oh, he tried to crush it again.
Out of bounds. So it looks like the wind is really pushing in a certain direction. I think both of those discs reacted in ways that they did not expect. So it's basically like a new hole.
Yeah. That looks like a tricky little spot.
Yeah, it is. He's going to want to put flex on it, but he doesn't want to do what he did off the tee. And he can't bail out to the right because there's out of bounds there as well. Big moment. This disc is annihilated.
My lord. That is a smash.
I'd be surprised if the disc has a stamp on it. Cyrus, kind of a cutoff angle, honestly.
Nice. Wide, high. Puts him in a good spot.
Yeah. All right. So Zach could still get up and down for a bogey, I guess. We threw 3, throwing 4. He could get up and down for par, right?
Yep.
Okay. All he has to do is do what he's done the whole event. Some good power on a forehand.
It looks good.
Gets up to flat, hyzering back. And that is absolutely parked.
What a recovery. That is hard to do from how early it went out.
So all the pressure now on this shot. Cyrus.
Looks pretty good. Oh. Just the last branch, and that tree does not let discs go through it.
It looks like it would, but it does not. Anyone can tell you that.
This is a must-hit putt right here. Things that out wide.
Probably looking for that to fall back.
And there's no way Zach is missing that. So here we have it.
Yeah, I mean, unless some calamity strikes, it's going to be Zach, and that'll do it.
Yep.
What a push, though, from Cyrus.
Yeah, put in a great final round.
And there's your
Great
champion,
second round.
Zach Arlinghaus, 2021 Seviren Memorial Open champion.
He did some amazing work to get here. Huge putts, huge drives.
Zach Arlinghaus.
Congratulations.
There he is, presented with the trophy. What a win for the young man.
All right, I'm Zach Arlinghaus, and I'm out here in Louisville, Kentucky, playing the Seviren Lang Open, and I just got my first A-tier win, and I'd like to thank my sponsors, Discraft and the Natty, and everyone who came out here, painted OB lines and spotted and all that. And yeah, it feels great coming off a month and a half back injury, first tournament back, and it feels good to get my first A-tier win. Thank you.
What a great young representative of the sport. Feel great for him coming down and getting this win. I just think about those 2 putts.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna see Zach for a long time. He's got everything. He's gonna be playing golf and doing some work for who knows how long.
Yeah, probably not his last SLM win if I had to wager.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Sky Heiser production. Thank you to our sponsors, Mr. Hardware, Disc Crazy, making it all possible. And once again, it's been Ethan Jones with Eric Lomax. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in next year.